Hi, this is Cheryl and welcome to my art studio. Today I was cleaning up and I thought I would give you a little tour of my art room and everything that I have here. I have a lot of stuff in a relatively small space. So let me just take the camera down and we'll get started. So this is the entrance to my art studio. My husband has this going off of our entertainment area. We have a bar and lounge, and this is all my finished projects stored in boxes, which needs to be put on shelves. I've got a wide format scanner printer. In this cabinet here I have books and books and books of art references, my mat cutter, shipping supplies there. It's vinyls and stickers, lots of paper goods and supplies. More paper and supplies. My fan is circulating the air around. And I've got a lot of sterling silver wire, glass paint, ceram coat, art paints, more art paints, and ribbons and string. Next is my work area where I film, and I've got my inks here. These are artists' aerosol sprays, acrylic paints. I've got my watercolors, watercolor pencils, Posca pens. These are marker pens. I got gel pens. And up above, I've got all my one-shot paints. This is spray paint that shouldn't be here. Needs to be put away. These are all my pinstripe brushes. And I've got my reducers, my mineral spirits and cleaners there. This is all airbrush paints. And this here is all my Wicked paints for airbrushing. I've got a practice board for striping, my palette knives, more paints. Down here is my acrylic paints, my golden paints. And I've got my candies for the airbrushing, auto air colors, reducers. I got my GAC 100. And this is my 50-50 mix. I've got more Wicked paint here, reducers, gesso, matte liquid, and Nova Color paints. And over here are my airbrushes. And I have cleaners and water, catalogs. I got airbrush paper, I've got watercolor paper, all my sketchbooks, vinyls, stencils. These down here are mineral spirits and paint thinner and Max Solve wax and grease cleaner, and my resins. I've got tracing paper there. I've got palette dishes there, my Cintiq, which is a really dusty mess. Need to clean it off and get it working, and the screen is for the Cintiq. My easel, and behind the easel is some canvas board, and this here is a typewriter table that rolls around, and the ends that these come up make a bigger table. But I find it's convenient. I can move it around. I can put my laptop on top of it and hook it to my vinyl cutter, which is a 24 24-inch, no, 28-inch vinyl cutter. I got my tripod. This is a beautician's cart that I have sanding and papers and sand blocks and the scrapers for vinyls and other miscellaneous stencils and gloves, sanding, and more sanding. This drawer here has mostly pens and pencils. Stabilo pencils are all in there. This is for packing and shipping supplies. Those two boxes on the corner have finished product. This is brand new. My daughter gave this to me for Christmas, so I have to get it up and running. It is a t-shirt press. And I can start doing vinyl t-shirts, and I can do my airbrush t-shirts much easier now. And that is my bust that I put my necklaces on for photography. And I've got beads and findings behind there with some gesso and miscellaneous other things. Next is that's my basket. I rigged this up to hang my crosses when I coat them, and I make the disciples crosses, and I'm all out of them, so I decided that I needed to make some more, which I've got a whole bunch ready to put on cords and get ready to process for selling. So that won't be there. That's just there because I'm using it. And this here is a station for glass work. My husband's doing glass work, and it's a soldering iron rather. All his glass stuff. I just set this station up for him because he just got all this material. He's got a glass grinder, and he's got everything he needs to do glass work. Yeah, up above in this cabinet is all my paper materials for making cards and whatnot with paper art. And this cabinet here is my jewelry cabinet. It has all my stones and beads and all kinds of good stuff in there. And this cabinet over here is all my clay work, and my canes and my clay supplies and my tools. Everything I need to do with the clay. And this over here is my supply counter, my torches for doing abstract pours with acrylic paints, which I will show you in some videos. And this cabinet here, in this drawer here, we've got stamps, inks, punches, embossing tool, scissors, soldering iron, tapes, more tools. Down here are all unfinished projects that can be painted. I have lots of stuff to paint. This cabinet here, drawer, has my husband's glass tools, his foils, and a lot of drawing supplies, crayons, colored pencils, that kind of thing. This cabinet here has the tracer in it, which I don't use a lot, stuff that I don't use a lot. So it's got like my stash of displays for doing trunk shows to display my jewelry. Those down there are going to get hung up. Those are trophies from the GTO, which I threw away most of them, or donated most of them, but kept those two big ones. But I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Anyway, let's see what I haven't showed you. I haven't showed you up here. Over here is more finished art projects, which when I get my shelves built, my husband's going to build me some shelves all up through here so I can store all my finished pieces and jewelry and all that, so that it's up and out of the way and not taking up my closet space. Then in here I have my finishes, my sealants, gesso, more Iwata brushes, airbrushes, parts for Iwata airbrushes. I got sponge brushes and parts for my vinyl cutter, special paper towels that don't have lint, containers for paint, some texture materials in that bin there, this one here, for airbrushing textures through lace and whatnot. And I've got more containers for paint, and all my tapes are there. Up top I've got stored some canvases, and up there is where all of my paintings that I've received from people all over the world are stashed right now. I have to hang them all up. And there's my workstation, and underneath my workstation is my vinyls, and I've got underneath, way underneath, frames for artwork. The big bag has jewelry tools, the little bag has more markers and pens. I think I did all of this. Oh, I have a compressor down below, right there. And I've got a air filter here for when I'm doing airbrush work. Filters the air, keeps it clean for my lungs. And another compressor there. Then underneath this cabinet, underneath this workstation, I have a big supply of artboards, and this is a cabinet full of paper supplies. These are die sets and stamps for all kinds of artwork with paper, and I've got 2 big drawers of them, and more stamps. And here's some more vinyl supplies down below, and some I think paper that need for taping out things. My cutter, and over here is my daughter's station. Those are jewelry racks for when we do shows, and I've got a painting stash there that's finished, and she's got her jewelry supplies and tools there. So I think that covers most of it. So yeah, I got a lot stashed in a very small space, but it works for me. I'm comfortable down here. I'm left alone. I can close the door. Cats leave me alone. So I cleaned everything up today, so I thought while it's halfway presentable I would show you everything. So yeah. Oh, and I've got more canvases stashed up there too. So thanks for taking a tour of my art room. Let me know what you think. See you in the next video.